probably my first copyright strike. Hey everybody, Keith here. Hey, I just want to thank everybody for that's been checking out my channel, watching my videos. I hit 100 last night. It might have been Craig that put me over 100, and he's close to 1,000. So Craig's Chords to Coles. Uh, if you don't subscribe to him, go check him out. Subscribe, get him to 1,000. That'd be cool. But anyway, I just want to thank everybody. I started doing this. Well, the firewood thing. I mean, I explained it. I had some firewood. I ended up selling it, and I'm just going to see how far it can go. Picked up my first restaurant a couple days ago, Saturday. Today's Monday, and made a video on that. Go check it out if you haven't. But no, it's going pretty good. I'm happy. And as far as this YouTube thing, almost everything I watch is YouTube. I don't watch really any TV, maybe some Netflix, stuff like that. But YouTube is like, I go in some rabbit holes. And when I first got into this, I searched up a chainsaw and, chainsaws. And came across, first channel I came across was Chris at the Woodyard. And then, it just escalated from there, snowballed, whatever. Joe, Ohio Word Burner, Adam, Hometown, everybody. If you're watching this, you know who they are. That being said, I learned a lot from all of them. This being Florida, it's a totally different market than anywhere else that you might see. But, as far as me filming and doing the YouTube thing, I've got a couple other channels that I've had, fishing channel, like hunting, fishing, Florida type stuff, and a music channel for my old band. And so I wasn't new to YouTube, but, when I thought of, start filming this, because I didn't really do any videos until maybe 8 months into this. And, but it's been fun. I enjoy making videos. I enjoy the editing, really. If you do these videos or do any kind of YouTube or whatever videos, that it can be a chore. A task that might take an hour could take an hour and a half, 2 hours. Just figuring out microphones, are they charged, camera setup, this, that, whatever. And then the editing phase, I use a GoPro, so I do it on my computer, a certain software, and but I enjoy doing it. I really do, and I appreciate everybody that's watched any of my videos, whether you've taken advice or whatever from it. Cool. If not, I'm just out here. This is what I'm doing. I figure I'd throw a camera up and do something. If it's something I'm going to do for a few hours and people seem to enjoy to watch it, I'll make a video of it. As far as the YouTube community, so that's okay. I didn't realize, when I first started watching YouTube for firewood content, or specifically chainsaws at first, and then into splitters and, how people might do a business. Well, I found the YouTube community, the woodhound community, and I didn't know it existed. I mean, I wasn't surprised. Again, watching a lot of YouTube, I know there's some odd stuff out there that has a big following, and not that firewood is odd, but I wasn't surprised that there were many people watching it, and I'm not really surprised that it's a really tight-knit community. I mean, everybody seems to help each other out, and nobody's in competition, it seems. You get a lot of commenters, not really. I mean, I'm small, so I don't get the comments a lot of people do. They hate if you're not doing it their way, or whatever. It's whatever, the social media thing. And if I'm considered part of the woodhound community, that's cool. I appreciate it. Again, I'm a small fry. My goal for oak for next year is 8 to 10 cords. Ohio people are using that to heat their house. I'm just looking to sell it. But that might increase because, based on what I know that restaurant I got is going to do, I'm probably going to have to increase that. Keep it not 10 sitting for next year, but keep increasing. Always have 4, 5 cords on hand at any given time, because my plan is to. There's a few more restaurants I got in mind. Um, there's a big one, a chain one. Mission Barbecue. You probably know of it. I don't know if that's one I want to approach, like the corporate restaurant type, maybe. Um, but I won't get into a restaurant or even to a customer or whatever if I know I know I'm gonna struggle with providing them, because I mean my firewood is good, but last thing I want is like 2 months down the road, hey, sorry, I can't. Well, you might as well kiss their business goodbye for future, because they can't rely on you. Not to toot my own horn, but if you watch the video of the restaurant I did, I dropped that bag off and I delivered the sixth of a cord that's sitting right here. And I asked him, I was like, because he had 2 pieces left out of the bag. I was like, "How's it burn?" He goes, "Man, it burns great. I love the color it puts on the meat. Um, it burns a little faster than what he's used to." He said he loves it. If you watched the video, you saw some of the stuff they were using, and in those logs. I didn't really go into it, but I asked him about the logs. He's like, "Oh, I'll just cut those and split them and put." I was like, "Is it kind of wet? Is it smoky?" He goes, "Yeah, it's smoky. It's hard to get." They're not going to have that problem anymore, and they've got another restaurant, and they do catering, so they could keep me pretty busy. And again, this right here, this is a part-time thing. I'm a trim carpenter. Me and my buddy, he's got a general contractor's license. We do a lot of remodels. Um, so this is a part-time thing. I come here after work, put in a little bit of time, come here on the weekends. It's cutting into my fishing time, but that goes along with it. And that's speaking of the channels, the different channels out there. When I started watching Russ at Willie's Firewood, they all have their things, and the saying, a little bit every day goes a long way. That is probably the one thing I take to heart out of all of them, all of the guys out there. Last summer, the last thing I wanted to do was come here after work, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and come out in the summer heat down here in Florida and work out here. But I did. I came here, put a half hour, an hour into something, doing something. Whether I did it every day or 3 days that week, that made that weekend here, a few hours less time I had to do something. There was always something that was done every time I come here. Oh yeah, I did that already. Okay, it. So that right there is a big. I'm a big believer in a little bit every day goes a long way. But everybody's got their things. I mean, I listen to all of them. I take advice from all of them. But anyway, I just wanted to come on and say thanks. Just had lunch and I picked up my guitar, and I figured I'd just put out a quick video of thanking everybody for following along, watching. I have noticed since middle of January, if you do YouTube, I try not to go too much in the analytics, but you always check them out. From my other channels, I just learned you can't rely on, oh, this video, and then the next video is like, ooh, didn't do so good. But I did notice my, watch time hours and different things are steadily increasing. I mean, I'm not one to put out a video every day. I'm not doing it just for the content. I'm just, when I'm here, if I got something that I figured, somebody might enjoy watching, I'll film it, make a video out of it. Enjoy making the videos. But anyway, thanks. Hey, 100 subscribers. Kind of cool. Maybe I don't have a giveaway. Maybe I'll give away a guitar pick or something. Maybe I've got some cool Eddie Van Halen guitar picks. Not real ones. I wouldn't give you one of those. That would go to my grave. But anyway, that being said, I thank you all for checking out whatever it is I do here. I am making a video today. I'm actually, you'll see it in a few days. So yeah, things are going good around here. Thanks for watching. Keith out. Oh, keep cutting, put 'em more sharp.